So we're looking at an Aston-Martin DB7 convertible. Really is a lovely car. It's a trade car, but the chaps brought it in to have the leather done. The rest of the car's in very good condition. Very nice indeed. Let's have a look inside. Right, so it's normal really. You find the convertible cars do have you do find the convertible cars have a little bit more wear. I'm sure everybody's aware that you know you can't own a car for a few years and never get caught out. You know, we've all sat in a pub garden and said, "Is that rain?" And someone said, "No, no, no." You look round and you think, "No, no," and then suddenly it starts to rain and there you are running out to your car. It's not going to, you know, do damage immediately, but you know the leather soaks in the water and you know you're then got the roof off and there's dirt and that flying in the car. You tend to find that the convertible cars, you know, they do tend to crack and wear a bit more. I mean, for those of you watching that have good leather, then it's worth considering buying a proper leather conditioner, because you know that will pay you dividends. It will keep it supple, and over the course of a few years it will stay noticeably better than if you haven't. You might note on this one, I can show you the bolster there, it's not worn through the piping's still good. It's got a little bit of a wear on the crease here, but you know it's not collapsed in any way, because recolouring the leather doesn't it doesn't make the seat re-padded. You know, you're not going to change the shape of the seat, so occasionally you get these bolster areas and they completely compressed and they're kind of this shape. You know, you're not going to, the correct way of doing that would be to replace the leather and the padding behind, and that's not the end of the world. It's a trimmer's job, and the trimmer would take the seat out of the car, undo it at the bottom and unstitch the back of the seat, and then turn the cover inside out, lay it out on a bench and cut a new section, and just pick off that piece of leather, lay it out as a flat piece and cut a new section the exact same shape, and then stitch it all in and put the seat back, and you'd be amazed, and you know, make a lot of difference. But this one's okay. You've got bolsters nice and compressed. So there you go. So we'll show you what we're going to do to them to make the whole car nice. Right, as the first job is to give it a good clean. It's got to be clean right in all the gaps and the stitching, and there's no magic behind giving something a really good clean. The products are the right products for the leather. It's not going to dry it, and you know, you just get all the dirt out of the stitching and in all the gaps. It really, really, really has to be cleaned very, very well, and when it is, then it makes a massive difference to the overall finish. It's preparation. So it's all dried properly. It's being blotted and that at the moment, but we'll get the airline in the gaps, fit the air in there and make sure it's properly dry before we do the next stage. Right, now taking care of those areas that take the hardware in, They often pick up little nicks, little ladders from people's jeans, and general wear area. He's using a strengthening agent that not only will fill those little nicks and ladders, but will also add strength for the future. And that will take care of it for future wear and tear. The piping sometimes takes a little bit of wear, but if the piping's worn through, or it's really worn too badly, then the piping's just got to be replaced. It has to be done properly by a trimmer. So for those of you watching thinking my piping's worn, then you know, if it's just worn and it's gone, the colours come off, and the strength of the piping's still there, then obviously this can be done no problem. And this product will actually add strength to it. But if your piping's worn through, then the seat has to be taken apart by an upholsterer, taken out of the car, taken apart, and a new piece of piping restitched in, and then you can then recolour the seat, the whole thing, after. But this particular car's not that bad. We're doing the passenger side at the moment. The driver's side was a little bit worse. Usually they do get the wear on the driver's side, but I think the fact that this is a convertible car means that the passenger side will show more signs of wear because of weathering as well. You'll notice that it looks a little bit glossy on certain areas, but that is obviously just because it's only just been sprayed, so it will take some time for that to dull down and create the right satin finish that leather should have. Well, we're now putting a matting agent on it. Although it looks shiny-ish, that will dry to a really matte finish, and then the final finish will go on after that. There's a whole lot in this buttonising about the strength. Most things are aimed at creating wear, creating good wear and tear for later. So most of the buttonising process is all around making it strong. Right, it's all done now. You've got that lovely satin finish, and feel that. And it actually show you that it is actually very supple and it feels smooth.
Just testing for rough areas. And now we're going to just crunch up a little bit just to make sure it's got durability and the adhesion's taken. No cracking.
Just to show you it's nice and flexible, and it is actually nice and smooth. If you want to give it a little squeeze there on the bolster and just show that it's a nice finish. And that all springs back nicely, just as leather should. And there you go, all done. Ready to go.